Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm uploading a series of videos taken from the Poynton Motorcycle Club tour to Spain and Portugal in September 2019, and this is day number 1. We met up early in the morning at Sandbach services along the M6. We headed south, joined up with the M5 and made our way to the ferry terminal in Plymouth. I think the Ducati owner needed resuscitation after realizing the cost for such a journey. Initially I wasn't going to include this first day of the journey, because all that really happens is us loading our bikes onto the ferry. But I know there's plenty of people out there who've probably never boarded a ferry with a motorcycle and be quite keen to see what actually happens inside the ferry. So let's take a look and see what happens. Now this may look plain and simple, just riding your bike into the back of the ferry, but believe me, if the seas are unsettled, then the ferry is moving about while the land is still, so you've got to account for that. Also, this steel strip that we're going across now, if it's raining, I've had it before and I've seen it where people have actually slid as they're moving their bikes onto the ferry. So yeah, we're quite fortunate. The seas were very still on this particular day and it was sunny, so there was nothing to slip on. Now this is where the bikers head down into the bowels of the ship. So we're right at the bottom, and what you probably can't tell from this is that as the bikes have been going down and parking up in their positions, you get all the exhaust fumes that accumulate and you almost start getting gassed as you're heading down there. I've sped up this film in a few parts just to move things along quickly, as you can see. What you can see ahead on the floor are the blue cushions. If you have a look at the Kawasaki on the right hand side, they take those blue cushions, they put them over your seat, and then they use ratchet straps to strap your bike down. Also, what you need to be wary of is those bright yellow painted cable holding down eyes on the floor. Get your front wheel on those and they're extremely slippery. The large ones are also raised possibly about 1.5 inches above the deck. And then not forgetting the cables. As you are riding across the decks here, you've got to be so careful that you're not moving parallel with the cables. If you run over those cables, the cables can roll on the floor, and again, that can take out the front wheel of your bike. And then lastly, this is the place that you do not want to be parking. It's right in the corner of the ships. And if you park your bike down here, when you get to the other side in Spain, you're going to be one of the last to get your bike out, because they park hundreds of bikes in the lower deck of the ship, and you're going to have to wait for everybody else to move their bike before you can even get to your bike. So definitely the wrong place for us to park here, but this is where we were directed, and this is where we're parking. So pop your bike in first gear, get your overnight bag off the bike, get upstairs onto the upper deck as quickly as possible and get into that bar. On this particular occasion our cabins weren't ready, so we had to go and spend an hour or so in the bar nursing a few drinks.
Oh, excuse me.
Whoops. Cheers. Is that the wife or the girlfriend?
Thanks to get around to it. It's all to a PMC Spain and Portugal pass.
After spending the night on the ferry, these pictures were taken the following morning. Because you don't disembark the ferry until late afternoon, it gives you plenty of time to hang out with your mates, enjoy a good breakfast, and have a good old mooch about. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.